Alright everybody, welcome to Phoenix here tonight. First and foremost, I'm going to say there's been technical difficulties with the overlay. So I will be doing my best to provide information as I can give it. So yeah, we're going to get on with it here. Alright, we're about to get ready here. 156 laps here at Phoenix International. And let's go and get race info out of the way. Alright everybody, welcome to Phoenix here. 156 laps, you get 6 sets of tires. 1 is already on your car, so 5 in the pits. Pace car speeds 100. Pace car speeds 55 mile an hour. Pit road speeds 45. You get 1 fast repair and a 24x limit. Have fun.
Just a reminder for you, Garrett, go to race control. And y'all unmute your all teams too. And yeah, and I'll unmute all teams. Thank you.
So again, for the ones that just joined, technical issues with the overlays tonight and the scoring pylon. Hope to get that resolved over the next couple days, so I apologize in advance. So this will be typically like you'll be listening to it on MRN, except you can actually see it instead of looking at the radio. So who's in here?
I just joined for a quick second.
I'll make it quick because I'm on the air.
Yep, I just wanted to remind you to go to race control and settings.
I'm already in there.
Thank you.
Yep. Chris Lowe to everybody.
Hello!
That being said, let's get the pole sitter up here. Roger Fisher, Garrett Jenkins.
Hello.
Buddy, you're starting on pole tonight. Can you make up for Monday night here?
I hope so. Car's really good. We've put in a lot of laps here, and just hoping we can maybe finish this one off strong.
Alright, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. Hope to be talking to you at the end of it.
Thank you.
So I'm going to reiterate this one more time in advance because I see other people have joined. Issues with the overlays tonight. Unfortunately, was an update or something or another, and just experiencing technical issues with them. So there is no, unfortunately, there's no running scoreboard or nothing like that tonight. Again, I apologize in advance, but I will do everything I can to update everybody throughout the race on where drivers are running There ain't but 12 of them, so shouldn't be too much of an issue tonight, I hope. Anyway, we're coming here to the start. Elijah Fisher, Kay Kennan will be bringing them down. Chris Lowda, Jordan Jorno, third and fourth. Aaron Stanton rounds out the top five with Stephen Hitting to his outside. And we're rolling for Phoenix. Fisher down to the bottom, already trying to cut it early. Not. We're getting a review on the restart. Yep, so he. After review to restart, the 9 beats the 4 to the start-finish line. If I'm not mistaken, that's a drive-through penalty.
He missed the shift.
No, I missed the shift. I wasn't looking for a review on that. He's fine there, Garrett. What I was looking for was the car that was super far low.
Oh.
Look at the 94.
Tate, I'm overriding Tate. He's fine.
10-4 didn't give him nothing.
I think I passed the start finish line before I went down there. I don't know.
That's what will be under review.
After review, the 94 doesn't cut the apex before the start-finish line. The start of the race is a clean restart. Thank you.
10-4.
With that being said, then all the confusion. Kay Kennan leads. Elijah Fisher, Jordan Jorno, Aaron Stanton, Josh Henderson, top 5. Chris Lyotta, after starting third, has dropped down to 6th.
So all they're good.
Robert Whittle runs 7th.
Right
The
into the
94 runs 8th. Justin Millicar 9th. Colton Ward the top 10. Darcy Har in 11th. Stephen Hitting in 12th. And Jesse Glover in 13th. Sorry. Forgot to breathe for a second. See now, Aaron Stanton. Darn. Stanton trying to get around Kennan here. You see the battle. Elijah Fisher trying to work his way back up to the front here as he dives below the apex again, trying to get the run on Jorno. You see Henderson back there in the Tractor Supply Chevrolet trying to make something happen up there. Chris Leotis fell back. Oh, big contact off the 4. Hit a 4. Massive hit. As the caution is out.
Gonna have to let the pace car by.
Caution is out on lap 8 here with 148 to go. See the damage to the Burger King number 3 of Robert Whittle. And we'll see what happens.
That's kind of a crappy pit road opening there, though.
Yeah, if the leaders pit there, they would have got a pass in the pace car probably.
We'll get it. Alright, so after this review, the 3 does get loose in the corner and slides down the track to where the 48 has nowhere to go. The 3 will receive the EOL this time. Thank you. Back to the restart here, Cade Cannon. Cade Cannon in front, Interstant second. Jordan Jorno third, Henderson fourth, Lyota in fifth, the 94 of Ethan Syorski. Hope I said that right. Darcy Harr in seventh, Jesse Glover eighth, Elijah Fisher ninth, Stephen Henning Jr. in 10th, Colton Ward 11th, Justin Millicar in 12th. Robert Whithole brings up the rear of the field in 13th as we're rolling again. See him fan out down below the apex. Everybody trying to make an advantage here. 3 wide in the back. Oh, Millicar's around. Justin Millicar goes for a spin and already on lap 11 under our second caution of the night.
Pace car entering 1.
Go back and see what happens here. That good. I'll go one more time just to be sure. Alright, so to review this incident, the 48 gets net coded by the 3 because it's a net code incident. There will be no EOLs at this time. Thank you. Alright, we're about to get back here to the restart. You see Justin Millicar already having a rough night. As is the 3 of Robert Whithole. Will Hoyt. Probably how you pronounce it. So 142 laps to go. We'll be starting lap 15. So when we go back to green, it'll be 141. It is Cannon, Stanton, Jorno, Lyota, Fisher, the top 5. Darcy Harr has worked himself up. Or no, it's actually Darcy Harr, the top 5. Elijah Fisher in 6th. Stephen Henning Jr. in 7th. Jesse Glover 8th. Ethan, the 94, Ethan.
I might need to clear him out.
Syorski.
I'm not catching up.
In 9th, Colton Ward 10th, Henderson in 11th, Robert Whithoit in 12th, and Justin Millicar in 13th. Another good restart by Cade Cannon. Able to shoot out there to the lead. Everybody trying to single file line to pole set. Elijah Fisher working on Chris Leota for 4th. As it is a Chevrolet top 3 for a little bit of contact between the 4 and the 6. No harm, no foul. Jorno cutting the apex deep, trying to get next to Aaron Stanton. So right now, Stanton with the run off the top side, and Cade Cannon still holds the lead as they single file out. And here comes Jorno back to the inside again, way down low, had it 3 wide for a second, and Aaron Stanton trying to get the lead from Cade Cannon, who's led every lap so far tonight. And with 139 to go, and Stanton clears him. Cannon back to the bottom. Cannon back to the bottom here, side by side. Aaron Stanton will be credited with leading that lap, as here comes Jorno and Fisher again trying to mix it up with the front runners as Leota runs back there in 5th, the 94 and 6th. Henderson has fell back to the 7th spot. Colton Ward in 8th, Har 9th, and Robert Whithoit in 10th. Almost 4 wide for a second. They think better of it. Jorno actually loses a spot to Elijah Fisher. But still, we remain side by side for the lead. No, now we're not, as Cannon retakes it over Stanton. Fisher has worked his way back up into 3rd. Right now, Jorno possibly trying to find a groove. What line works? He's been working the bottom for the last couple of laps, but it has not served no help to him. You look at the 94, last week's winner at Watkins Glen. After leading at the white flag, after a, well, not really a white flag, there was an issue with the restart box. It kind of messed with Colton Ward, and the 94 was able to hold him off after that restart to take the win. Then we focus back up to the leaders now. Cannon, Stanton, Fisher, Jorno, the top 4. The 94 has actually made the pass for 5th over Chris Leota. Leota falling back heavily. He goes from 5th down to, goes back from 5th to 8th. Stephen Henning in 9th, trying to have a quiet night. Pretty much had a quiet night Monday night here at Phoneix. Looking to potentially get a win in the ARCA series tonight. Have to wait and see, as we still have 133 laps to go. As Fisher side by side sends it in there over Stanton to take 2nd. Because right now, to give you an update on where your favorite manufacturers are running, get a Chevrolet first, as there was contact.
Good save, Aaron.
We'll have to go back and look at that and see what happened. Stanton maybe overdrove it a little bit too hard. Maybe got to the back of Fisher. A great save by Stanton nonetheless, but he is now fighting for 3rd between Jorno and the 94 of Ethan back there. Now side by side for the lead, Cannon, Fisher. Remember to dust up that Sonoma a few weeks ago in the Cup Series, and it wound Fisher was able to walk away and win that one. But that was the Cup Series. This is ARCA, and it is a completely different racetrack. Fisher down to the bottom, trying to make something happen, not able to get there. Now he's there, looking to the inside of Cannon again. And Cannon fins him off. That we saw Cade running that line Monday night in the Cup Series race here. Running that third, pretty much straddling the second and third groove, able to get a run off the corner just by rolling it through there easy. You see Fisher now tried to do the same, but then cut back down to the bottom. And right now, Cade Cannon has led all but one lap. He has led 26 laps. Aaron Stanton led one. He's about to make it 27 as we now start lap 28, 128 to go. And pretty much everybody is single filed out. To give you an update on the running order, Cade Cannon obviously leading, Elijah Fisher in second. Aaron Stanton after that dusts up with Fisher a couple laps ago, sits third. Jordan Jorno in fourth. The 94 sits fifth. Josh Henderson running in sixth. There's Colton Ward. He is running seventh. Chris Lyota, after something happening about 10 laps prior, finds himself in eighth. Stephen Henning not far behind him in ninth. A dramatic start to the race. Robert Whithoit holds on to the top 10, running 10th. Darcy Harr in 11th. Justin Millicar in 12th. And Jesse Glover holds the 13th and final position as you see the leaders coming up on him. It's going to be interesting to see how the 96 plays a factor. Is this going to allow Fisher to get back up there to the bumper or not? As 96 puts himself in the wall. As far as helping Fisher, it really doesn't do much. See, Glover hard into the wall again. So perhaps contact with the wall earlier damaged the suspension component, but Jesse Glover limping on the bottom racetrack, and he will make it to pit road after a significant contact with that wall. Meanwhile, we come back to the battle for the lead as Fisher down to the apron trying to make something happen. Cannon just so strong on the outside, able to finish it off again as we come to 123 laps to go. See Fisher now trying to make that bottom work, but I believe the only way Cannon's going to lose this lead is if he gets too high up into the marbles, maybe touches the wall at some point. Still a long way to go, waiting on the first round of pit stops. Is Jesse Glover still in the pits? Meanwhile, Fisher able to hold the bottom to him this time off of two. Is there enough to clear to make the slide job work? No, but Elijah Fisher will lead this lap, diving it all the way down to the bottom. Cannon holding his own on the top side, trying to roll it through. Fisher trying to take the line away as best he can. Coming to 120 to go here from Phoenix. And Fisher able to make it work for the moment. And he does. New leader, Elijah Fisher. That being said, Elijah Fisher, new leader. Cade Cannon falls back to second. Aaron Stanton third. Jordan Jorno fourth. The 94 of Ethan runs fifth. He's under attack from Henderson and Ward, both running sixth and seventh. Chris Lyota in eighth. He is under fire for Stephen Henning. This is the battle for eighth. Henning way down to the bottom. And able to slide up and clear for the moment. Robert Whithoit 10th, Justin Millicar 11th, Darcy Hart in 12th, Jesse Glover's returning to the race. He will be multiple laps down in 13th. Six laps down to be precise. For the driver in the 96 Toyota Camry. You see Cannon now back to the bottom, trying to make something happen. As Darcy Hart will be coming into pit this time. Right now, your favorite manufacturer, the highest Ford, Elijah Fisher, currently in the lead. You got a Chevrolet You got a Chevrolets occupy second, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, Cannon, Aaron Stanton, Jordan Jono, and Colton Ward, respectively. And then the highest running Toyota is running 6 with the 94. Colton Ward trying to come from the back, as he does every week, trying to win. And Ward's burst onto the scenes here in the Inspire Racing League. Has a win already in ARCA, though, for Cup, and as you see, 94 hard off the wall. Let's see how that affects the 94, but back to Colton. Burst onto the scene here. He's constantly been at the front. Has a win in ARCA. I had to check. I don't believe he's got one in Cup, but he might. And at Rockingham in the Cup Series, he battled Shane Hard to a thrilling finish. Shane Hard did walk away the victor in that one, but right now Colton Ward giving everybody something to stress about going into next season, when he will be eligible for the playoffs. Meanwhile, Elijah Fisher still trying to fend off Cade Cannon. See Cannon back down to the bottom. Now the roles have reversed. Now Cannon has to try to do something on the inside. Meanwhile, you get a look at Ward, and Ward's coming. Ward working on Stanton. Aaron Stanton, of course, started off the season very strong with his 2 wins to start off the season at Daytona and Richmond. And as of late, he's just kind of settled into his groove. He's been running at the front the majority of the season. And as of right now, as far as the points go, Stanton with his 2 wins holds the #1 seed for the playoffs when we get to it. So right now, the only person who ain't got to sweat a whole lot is the driver at that 27. As far as points go tonight, if we go back to the battle for the lead, points as far as they go tonight, Cody Lumpton
I'll stay right here, Darcy.
is not here tonight, and
I
he
think
holds
it's Colton
that
Button.
covenant 3rd spot
Thank you,
on the
Darcy.
win.
You got it.
So with that being said, the door is wide open for anybody in really the top 10. Jorno, he is so far good on points to lock in. Elijah Fisher, your leader, comes into tonight plus 30 in the 5th position. Justin Millicar, 27th, above the cut line in 6th. Michael Boger, who is not here tonight, nor is Mike Hauser. So neither one of them drivers are here tonight. So the door is wide open for Fisher, for Jordan, for Millicor, for Cannon, for Lyota. If one of them wins tonight, they will take that third spot in the points because of that one win. And right now, the one that looked like to do that is Elijah Fisher right now, as Cade Cannon has fallen off. And provide you with another update here. Elijah Fisher and Cade Cannon running 1 and 2 like they had the majority of the night. They go around the 96 of Jesse Glover. Colton Ward in third. Aaron Stanton back there in fourth. You see him back there in the picture. Here's the fight for fifth between Jorno and the 94 of Ethan. Steven Henning in seventh. Chris Lyota in eighth. Justin Millicor, one of them that we just talked about, he is running in ninth. You see he's just off screen there. There he is. Robert Whithoit in 10th. Josh Henderson running 11th. He is 1 lap down after making a pit stop. Darcy Harr 3 laps down. Not sure what happened there. The car's going to go 3 laps down. And Jesse Glover, the 96, running in 13th. That's the running order as we hit lap 10, or we hit 105 laps to go. As Fisher off the wall just a little bit. So the only two people who could potentially ruin one of the playoff drivers who are, well, not playoff drivers, but currently holding the playoff positions coming into tonight. The two who right now could ruin that is the driver to 42, Colton Ward, and the driver to 94, I believe. I'm actually going to confirm that real fast. As you see the 94 under attack from Jorno, you see the damage to the right side of that car from where he made significant impact earlier in the race. And yes, the 94 is also not eligible for the playoffs due to coming in onto the season late and missing a certain amount of races. So yeah, right now the 42 and the 94 can ruin really Fisher, Cannon, Jorno, Henning, Lyota, Millicars. He could really hinder that here tonight and keep them stuck in the points battle. So right now, coming up, this time 100 laps to go from Phoneix. So you see the leaders lapping the 3.
Pitting in.
As Chris Lyota will be coming in this time. There's
27 pitting the fence.
So this is where the leaders are going to start pitting. Lap 56. Because now you'll have Aaron Stanton coming in. Cade Cannon will be in.
84 hitting the 5.
Jorno's coming in. So the question is, how long will Fisher run? Will he run longer? Of course, he's on a different stint, so to speak. He pitted on one of them previous 2 cautions. It's been 48 laps since the driver to 4 has pitted. See, he slides it wide, trying to get around Justin Millicor. Millicor fighting to stay on the lead lap.
Thank you, Justin.
And he will not.
Hold on, Nor.
I almost just did a Falcon on Monday. Both tires do not equal thoughts.
See, Cannon so far has led the most laps. Elijah Fisher will be giving that a run for his money. Cade Cannon led 33 laps. Elijah Fisher is now leading 25 and counting. Both are going for that covenant 1 extra point. So I was a bit misleading throughout the season. I could have swore that the
Thanks,
Glover.
Jesse.
I could
There's
have.
one thing though is when you do put it in the wall there and bounce down, it's a little bit more dangerous to be putting up by the wall. You can stay on track, try to
Let him talk it
Yeah.
out, but the
shoot you
extra
out.
bonus point is for the most laps led, not the fastest lap of the session. But I can still keep y'all updated on that. As a matter of fact, it is Josh Henderson who holds
got
the
it.
fastest lap of the section. But as far as that extra bonus point, right now Elijah Fisher on point, trying to take that spot from Cade Cannon. As the running order during the pit cycle, Fisher first, Colton Ward in second, and 94 third. Stephen Henning, one of the last ones who I believe is not pitted yet. He runs in fourth. Justin Millicar went a lap down, and he is not pitted yet, running in fifth. Robert Whithoit, another one of them who hasn't pitted yet, runs sixth. Josh Henderson did make his pit stop earlier, and he is on a 14-lap stint and counting. You see Cannon back there. That is 7th and 8th. Aaron Stanton just came out the pits. Jorno came out the pits, 9th and 10th. Chris Lyota 2 laps down, as he is just came out the pits not all that long ago either. Darcy Harr 12th and Jesse Glover 12th and 13th. So with about 6 drivers left to pit, wonder if they're just going to try to run it out
Thanks, Darcy.
and see if they can. Oh, never mind. Here comes the 4. Elijah Fisher will surrender the lead to Colton Ward. With 92 coming to 91 laps to go, Elijah Fisher coming down. That will leave Colton Ward to lead. Elijah Fisher, black flag. Potentially speeding in the pits, so a promising run
Good man.
has gone sour for the 4. Stephen Henning in second will be coming into the pits this time. There's Henning. Colton Ward remains out on track. That does.
I tapped 46 maybe twice on pit road. It gives me a black. Wow.
There.
Rip.
Speeding in the pits. So Elijah Fisher's day has gone awry.
3 spitting in.
Robert Whithoit will be in this time. Well, if a caution was to come out now, that would be very bad for the remaining. That would be very bad for the field, as Colton Ward would be the only driver on the lead lap. Justin Millicar is yet to pit, but he is already one down. And after Millicar and them pits, Millicar and Ward, it will now, everybody will have been made their first green flag pit stops with 88 laps to go. And Colton Ward is in, so that should. Well, Millicar staying out for a little while longer, but when Millicar pits.
48 pitting this time around.
All right, he's pitting next time by. So with 87 to go here, coming 87 to go, the provisional leader will be that of Cade Cannon. Of course, started second on the outside of the front row. He has been the dominant car. Elijah Fisher dominant for a little while. But with the black flag on Fisher, that has hindered a lot of it. And speaking of black flags, Robert Wilhoit, black flag in the pits. It's already been a rough night for him. So right now, Cannon the leader. He now holds a 1 second lead over Aaron Stanton. Colton Ward has came back out onto the track after his pit stop. Right now running third. Josh Henderson fourth. Jordan Jorno in fifth.
Thank you, Dorothy.
The 94 runs sixth. Stephen Henning has fell back to seventh after the exchange of pit stops. Chris Lyota in eighth. And Justin Millicar right now is the first car one lap down in ninth. Elijah Fisher one down in 10th. Darcy Harr in 11th. Robert Wilhoit is coming back out in 12th. And Jesse Glover in the pits in 13th. That is the update with 85 laps to go this time. Again, I'm going to say this again for those who have joined late. Normally there's a scoring pylon or ticker up there to show what lap, who's ahead, and who's all lap down. Unfortunately, some technical issues.
That was about as close as it gets, Josh.
Some technical issues
Yeah, man.
has came up
Kinda just
in the
the
last
wall.
since Monday. And right now the ticker is down for the moment, so I'm doing the best that I can to provide updates as quickly as possible. So I apologize in advance. This isn't normally the kind of broadcast that I try to show on now Monday and Saturday nights, but for now, working with what I got with 82 to go. Cade Cannon has led 38 laps, 8 over Elijah tonight. So right now, there's still time for somebody to lead.
Sorry if I forced you up there.
And there's still time for somebody to take over the most laps led with 81 to go, but time's running out. Aaron Stanton could very well be the driver who could do that. But I can liven things up, actually. There you go. So we do got some cameras here. I just thought about it. As you're right on board with Aaron Stanton trying to make something happen over Cade Cannon. Stanton, really the safest man so far, iterated earlier the point scenario as his 2 wins right now have him clinched in the #1 seed. Cody Lumpton not being here, there's a handful of drivers who could really capitalize on that tonight. Cannon being one of them. Jordan Jorno running 4th. Henderson 5th. Henning in 7th. Lyota 8th. Millicar 9th. Elijah Fisher in 10th. All of them drivers could greatly benefit with 1 win tonight and lock themselves into that top 3 coveted positions for the playoffs. So to kind of give a brief rundown like I do every week on the playoffs. Top 3 drivers with the most wins will clinch the top 3 spots. 4th through 8th is decided on points alone. So whenever the playoffs roll around in a few weeks, as you see Stanton trying to get to the bottom of Cannon. But whenever the playoffs roll around in a few weeks, it will be 8 drivers battling it out for 4 spots at Homestead. But that's a few weeks away, as right now Stanton trying to take it from Cannon. Ward 3 seconds back. There he is in third. Jorno in fourth, having a solid night. Josh Henderson in fifth. Seen at 94 in sixth. Justin Millicar back there. He's running in ninth. Stephen Henning Jr. running seventh. Chris Lyota in eighth. Before we switch to show Lyota, you see Robert Whithoit behind Stephen Henning. He is running in 12th. You see, there's Chris Lyota running 8th. Elijah Fisher, after being strong early, a penalty for speeding on pit road has tracked him a lap down. He is trying to run down.
I don't know why you're racing so hard. You're like how many laps down and you're racing lead car?
As you see, some frustration already starting to come out from the lead. That was Stephen Henning. As Fisher sliding it, laid the quarter pin on the wall, no harm, no foul. But right now, Elijah Fisher trying to run down Justin Millicar. So if a caution comes out, Fisher will have the free pass. Battle for the lead still rages on. Stanton and Cannon. Stanton that last lap a tenth faster. But of course that 9 just able to roll the top of the corner so good. We saw that a lot Monday night. See now Cannon diving in the corner really trying to give the 27 no breathing room. We worked 72 laps to go. Coming to 71. Stanton back down to the bottom. Another rundown here. I think I just gave one out, but I'll go ahead and give another one. Okay, Cannon, Aaron Stanton is the battle for first. They're both running second. Ward in third, Jorno fourth, Henderson fifth. The 94 of Ethan runs sixth. Stephen Henning seventh. Chris Lyota eighth. Justin Millicar ninth, 1 lap down. Elijah Fisher 10th, 1 lap down. Darcy Harr in 11th. He is 3 laps down. Robert Wilhoit, after a black flag, has put him 4 laps down in 12th. The only car out of the race is Jesse Glover in a 96, and he will get 13th place honors. As you see now, Aaron Stanton on the bottom. Tried to use some of that apron to help, didn't work. He'll fall back in line. And that is the running order with 69 laps to go. Make it 68 as they come up on the lap car of Darcy Harr. We'll put him 4 down, and that will open up the door for him and Robert to battle for the 11th position. See Harr giving it to him. But that will, well, I thought it was going to hurt Stanton, but Stanton able to wrap that bottom well. Stanton to the corner panel. Stanton takes out the 9. With 67 laps to go. Oh, Lord. I don't know if that's going to go over too well. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Yeah, 27 just slides up. So you see Stanton's, he's already loose in. Kind of keeps it gathered straightish. And man, look at the drive he gets off the corner. Just slides up and tags Cade in the left rear and sends him around.
So I can pit here, right?
Yes, you can. You can, and if you are late getting us back up to us, we would just delay it, but just try to catch up and stuff. No.
So that being said, I'm pretty sure the EOL will be going to a 27. Race control's about to have his moment.
If it ends up putting you a lap down, it'll just have to come back on the pace car and we'll just clear it. It's a short pit road here.
So after reviewing the incident, 27 slides up and spins the 9. 27 will receive the EOL. Thank you. Race control views the incident the same as the commentator. So with that being said, Aaron Stanton will receive the EOL here.
It says I'm in first place, but I gotta start on the outside.
Second place, where is it telling you to start?
I'm being told to start on the inside line behind the pace car.
I'm being told to stay behind the 42 on the outside.
Garrett, can you delay this?
It's because Aaron was the leader and he got the UL.
Because of when he got it, it considers me the leader now. I got restart control there.
Yeah, because the line's going to move up is how that's going to work. It's not by position, so it's unfortunate for the 42, but that's how that rule works.
Everybody be aware here. Hold your P's and Q's because I delayed it whenever the pace car went into the pit, so I don't really know what's going to happen here, so just be wary.
Yeah, I'm gonna need black clear because of that. Lucky Dog stuff kind of got screwed up.
Pace car's in 1, by the way.
I got a black flag for passing the pace car. Did you check that?
Colton, you'll get a penalty if you don't back up, so you should line up with me.
I'm gonna need another one here just because I said like 72 by, but that would make me a lap down even though I was Lucky Dog. But once we go green.
Alright, coming to the restart here. Giorno the leader for the first time tonight. Hunter Ward, not a good start.
Alright, now if you do it, it'll be alright. Thank you.
Giorno with a good start. The 42 not so good. Cade Cannon after getting spun out. Hello, we got one spinning. Josh Henderson.
Pace car is really early here. Everybody check out.
Josh Henderson goes around the Tractor Supply, number 72. The fourth caution of the night. Alright, let's look at it. He just got loose. Kisses the wall a little bit. So Elijah Fisher, this will benefit him greatly. As he took the wave around and get back on the lead lap, now he has a chance to pit and get back on sequence here. Okay, one more look here. Yeah, he's just underneath the 4 and it just goes around on him. And race controls ready for his word. Let's review the incident. 72 gets loose and goes around off of turn 2. 72 will receive the EOL. Thank you. So back live here. Under caution, I'll go ahead and give you the rundown. Jordan Jorno, K. Cannon first and second, the 94.
Also, I just do want to clarify from that previous yellow, the reason it was delayed was A, to solve that mysterious line moving up, and then secondly, our lucky dog from Justin was not caught up yet, and he is allowed to get that pit stop, obviously, and be caught up with the field by rules, so. Yeah, I guess we learn that one for next time. If the leader has EOL, it's bottom lane moves up.
All right, so the rundown.
I think that's how it is in real life too.
As we
At least
come
it's
to
not,
the,
like, wrong.
as we come to the
Yeah, because when Brad Keselowski
one to green here in the restart. Jordan Jorno first, K. Cannon second, the 94 in third, Chris Lyotta fourth, Stephen Hitting
For the confusion,
in
I remember
fifth. That's the top five. Aaron Stanton sixth, Elijah Fisher seventh. Josh Henderson received the EOL. He'll be in the back on the lead lap still. But see, we'll see where it places him. It should place him in 10th. That being said, Justin Millicar 8th, Colton Ward 9th, and again, Henderson should be in 10th. We're rolling. A great start by the 84. Jordan Jorno now. He'll have to hold off Cade Cannon when he gets up there. Cannon, Dominic Carter Knights left 52 laps. There's Jorno way down to the bottom. Opens it up by about 2/10. Right now, Jordan leading his 7th, about to be 8th lap here tonight. There has been 5 different leaders so far tonight. Obviously, Cade Cannon leading 52 so far, the most laps tonight. Jorno, Elijah Fisher led 30. To start off with. And then after that has been Jorno, Stanton, and the last one, Colton Ward. 5 different leaders with 56 laps to go. Cade Cannon trying to run down Jordan Jorno. That's first and second. Aaron Stanton runs third. The 94 in fourth. Chris Lyotta fifth. Elijah Fisher back there at the top of the screen. He is trying to work himself back up, running sixth. Josh Henderson, after bringing out the caution, runs 7th. Stephen Hitting running in 8th. Colton Ward 9th. Justin Millicar rounds out the drivers that are on the lead lap. Robert Will Hoyt and Darcy Harr battling for 11th, as they are both 4 laps down in 11th and 12th. Jesse Glover out of the race tonight. That is the update with 54 to go. As you see, the car's taking a harsh bounce, cutting the dog leg. See, and Jordan's found something for this bottom lane. I said that, and here comes Cade Cannon. We'll ride on board with Cannon here. I'll do my best to judge his telemetry. Down the front straightaway, the speed trap here. Cannon maxed out 160 before getting on the brakes. See Jorno able to roll the bottom. Good on entry, but look at the run Cannon has down the back straightaway. Down into turn 3, Jorno able to hold him off coming down to make it 51 to go. See Aaron Stanton now. He has creeped his way back into the picture. Fisher, a little bit of a slide. No harm, no foul. The 94 back there lying in wait. Fisher sends it in hard. And here we see it again. Stanton and Cannon. Right now, well, and Stanton has to know in the back of his mind that the three drivers that are surrounding him, he knows that, yes, they're in the playoffs right now on points, but he knows that if any one of them gets locked in on a win, and especially if it's one of these three here, because of course they've been the most consistent throughout the board. As Fisher way down to the bottom on the apron trying to make something happen. Don't know what, and it didn't work. Good try though. Actually cost them
that
time.
did not work.
And you hear it over the radio.
Props to you for trying it.
But right now,
I was gonna say, where are you going?
just Aaron
I sure wasn't gonna
more or
try
less
down
just
there.
trying to keep one of these drivers from securing their spot in right now. So a lot can happen. Matter of fact, here we will get the schedule coming up. This is week 7. Next week, 80 laps at Talladega. Ought to be fun. May 31st, we go to Lime Rock. This is for the ARCA Series. USA International, some short track racing. That will be June the 7th. Then we go dirt racing. June 14th at Knoxville. That ought to be interesting. June 21st, we'll be going to Japan for Fuji. Kind of got to remember I need my passport for that one. And then the last race of the regular season will be at the New Atlanta. That will be the last race before the regular season ends. Then the start of the playoffs. Nashville Super Speedway, July 12th. Michigan, July 19th. One of my personal favorite tracks, Darlington, July 29th. And then the last race before the championship finale, where we will determine which 4 drivers will compete for the championship. That will be August 2nd at Kansas. And then obviously has big contact off the wall. 9 and the 4 with some contact to the 9.
Sorry, Kate, I was trying to sort myself out. I hit the wall too.
Jorno, he scraped the wall.
And you guys hit the wall. I hit the wall on exit watching you guys hit the wall.
Lord have mercy, what a scare. August 9th, the final 4, the championship at Homestead. That will be, again, August 9th, and that is the remaining schedule for ARCA tonight. What a big scare. And hopefully by all that time I'll have my overlays figured out. Well, let's go back. Let's just see this whole coronation of events news because it was something.
35 hitting this lap, 35 hitting.
Yeah, Fisher off the wall there. Then a tap to the back of the 9. About to be another tap to the back of the 9. You see Jorno hits the wall. And right now that has shook up the top 5 tremendously. As Jorno still leads, Aaron Stanton in 2nd. Kay Cannon, again the dominant car of the night tonight, runs 3rd. Elijah Fisher, the 2nd most dominant car by laps led, runs 4th. The 94 runs 5th. Josh Henderson in 6th. Chris Lyotta in 7th. Stephen Henning Jr. runs 8th. Colton Ward 9th. Justin Millicar runs 10th. Robert Wilhoit runs 11th, 4 laps down, and Darcy Hart in the pits right now running 12th. And Jesse Glover out of the race. Mechanical issues. One can pursue. As you see now, Jorno. Jorno really he's got a comfortable lead over Stanton. 2.7 gap. You see Fisher back there. He was too wide with Cannon. Prior to that, in 94, Johnson way down low. That was not 94. That was the 84. Cars kind of look similar. See Cannon now starting to fall back. One has to wonder, has hitting the wall affecting the handling on that race car? Right now, Jordan Jorno on track to being the driver in second for leading the most laps, as he is about 3 away from Elijah Fisher now. And if I do the math here, and again, don't take my word for it, we'll officially know at the end here when it's all said and done. But if Jorno leaves the remaining 37 laps, he could top Cade and take that valuable 1 bonus point. But he's got to defend off what is now becoming a hard-charging Elijah Fisher. And as far as Fisher and Cannon goes for that 1 point, Fisher needs to lead 23 laps, and there's 36 to go, so there's still time. But, you know, I put a lot of talk on this 1 extra point, but 1 extra point can and will, or it can, and sometimes it will, determine who makes it into the postseason and who does not. And that happens across all sports. See right now, Fisher all over the back bumper of the 84. Jordan up to the high side, or to the bottom side. Fisher up top, trying to get the runoffs. Aaron Stanton trying to make something happen. Uh-oh, a little bit of a blink. See, Fisher now is trying to get the run off the top. Fisher might have found something off of 3 and 4 here. But Jorno taking that very low defensive line, trying to make a gap happen. Does not appear to happen. Elijah Fisher now to the outside, 33 laps to go. He is to the outside of Jorno. Jorno, the safest man on points right now for the postseason, as he is well above more than 1 race ahead in points. Fisher trying to take it, came into the night that I know of plus 30. And Elijah Fisher to the lead. Spoke too soon. That Sitco Chevrolet coming back, but Fisher will clear it off the corner. And for the second time tonight, after overcoming a speeding penalty, Elijah Fisher out front with 32 to go. Here comes Aaron Stanton. With 31 to go, the running order persists. Elijah Fisher, the new leader. The battle for second between Jorno and Stanton. Fourth, the 94 of Ethan Syruski. Josh Henderson has just took 5th. Kay Cannon is in the wall. Kay Cannon has spun it on the back straightaway.
Backside going into 1.
Elijah, I followed you into the wall again.
And this is not the night that I saw coming, nor do I think a lot of people saw.
Following people in the freaking wall. I'm going to get disqualified for too many incident points.
And what happened? Ah, Henderson
Hate my
tacked
car
him.
for that reason.
All jokes aside,
I'm never even going 45 in my life again, because that...
all jokes aside,
46 for a
gonna try to
moment.
say this jokingly, but it's been both brothers to get in the K tonight.
Sure, I touched.
And with Josh, I believe, spinning and causing the caution, I'm going to look one more time. Well, that's the incident with Cade. Got to see for myself. This is an earlier incident. Okay, so being that is 2 calls for the cautions tonight on the 72 from the commentator's perspective, that will be a 30-second hold for Josh Henderson. We'll see if race control agrees.
This is why we can't have nice things.
So after reviewing the incident, 72 makes contact with the 9, sending the 9 around. Unfortunately, with the cause of this caution and the spin earlier to throw out the caution, the 72 will get the EOL and have to serve a 30-second hold in the pits due to causing 2 cautions. So 72 will get the EOL for this restart. Thank you. And it would appear that Josh Henderson. Yep, Josh Henderson.
Hi.
So Josh Henderson is disconnected from the race. Been a frustrating night for the driver to 72. With that being said, we're going to re-rack it with 28 laps to go here. Fisher, Giorno, the 94, the 27. A lot on the line tonight for a lot of people. We're rolling. Fisher with a great defense. 94 looking under the 84. Cole Ward has entered himself in the picture back there in 5th again. Hitting loose. Back up there off of turn number 2. Caution. Chris Lyota has gone. I believe is going around. Yep, Lyota loops it. Yeah, it gets on the apron and it just goes around from under.
His car entering one. Or truck, rather.
After reviewing the incident, 60 goes around, bringing out the caution, and 60 will receive the EOL for this restart. Thank you. Made that fast. So Chris Lyota. Loops it around. That's the 6th caution, I believe, if I'm keeping track right. Josh Henderson will join the 96 in the garage.
Was it bad? I thought we were going green there, Jordan, and I was like, when it said past the 84, I'm like, huh?
I got a little bit tripped out there too, actually.
Lucky dog high, lucky dog high.
I don't know why I thought we were ready to double it up and go again.
I guess I guess we both thought NASCAR brought back the quick yellows.
Well, to be fair, it was a quick review. It normally comes out right before we go to green or one to go.
Psychologically, you're probably not wrong. You're tricking us up there.
I'm good for
Also, hi, Mom.
that.
Yeah, I think that was what it was.
I forgot when Garrett strains the fans.
So I got a question. Are we, like, our cautions that come out, even if it's a one-car spin and the whole field's by 'em?
iRacing, whenever it's a solo car spin, it's iRacing's discretion to throw it. Just like if it doesn't throw it, but I see it, it's up to my discretion. So it kind of works both ways.
Gotcha, I was just checking.
Yeah, you can tell that was an iRacing yellow because it didn't show up in the chat.
I thought it did. It's just iRacing being like NASCAR, consistently inconsistent.
Something like that. Anyway, coming to the restart here with 22 laps to go. Elijah Fisher, Jordan Jorno, first and second. Aaron Stanton, third. The 94, Ethan Sorowski. In fourth, Colt Ward. In fifth, Stephen Henning Jr. In sixth, Cade Cannon. Seventh, Justin Millicar. Ninth, Justin Millicar in eighth. Chris Light in ninth. Ronald Whithoit in 10th. Darcy Harr will be in 11th. Two cars are out. Josh Henderson and Jesse Glover. 22 laps to go. Here comes Aaron Stanton. Makes quick work of Jorno. Says his sights now on Fisher. Jorno tried to get to the back bumper 27. Did not work. Elijah Fisher led 41 laps tonight.
Bro.
And there is still time to lead the more laps than what Cade Cannon has done. As you see the bumper to the back of the 4 from the 27. Oh, there goes Fisher around. Well.
Was that just bad netcode, Robert? What was that? Like your car jolted, I saw it.
I'm going to look at the replay first.
It.
I'm going to
You
look,
got
I'm gonna look at the replay
taken
first.
out from nothing.
What happened with the leaders there? Pace car out of the dog leg entering turn 2.
My bad, Elijah.
So there's the bump.
Ow.
And yeah, with the bump and the apron. Yep.
I see you taking my old strap.
I mean, I'm starting in the back anyway, so I might as well, right?
I don't think you were the caution though.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you was. There's nobody
with
else
the
on
4
first.
spin. Yep. So the bump from the 4.
Oh, I thought it was whatever happened.
So the
with
bump with the
Auburn.
4
My bad.
and the combination of it putting the 4 on the apron. Really nothing Fisher could do. See the rest.
I just don't know if it was a contact from Aaron or if it was after that I got loose. I can't tell. I couldn't tell from. Oh.
After a review of the incident, the tap from the 27, from my vantage point, puts the 4 on the apron because of that tap, and from there, the 4 just loses it. Because I believe if the tap from the 27 doesn't put the 4 on the apron, the 4 probably wouldn't have gone around. But because of that ruling, I'll be giving the 27 to EOL for the contact. And that'll be all. Thank you.
Garrett, can you just double check if that was a second one from Aaron?
It is
I am pretty sure I counted it right too.
You're good, Aaron. I couldn't tell if it was off the contact. I could have done a better job saving it, but it's just like as soon as I hit I couldn't tell if it was on the yellow. That was the weird thing, because it was like after we made contact, like a moment later, then it was like showing signs. It was like sideways, but I don't know. It's fine. I'm not upset.
Yeah, so with an earlier incident with the 9, that will be a 30-second hold for Aaron Stanton. All right, so coming to it, 17 to go here. Jorno trying to hold off 2 drivers who can spoil the party. The 94 and the 42. He's also got the dominant car tonight of Cade Cannon. And right now, hold on. Aaron, don't forget to uncheck tires and whatnot. It may make you wait longer.
Oh, I'll take tires though.
15 to go. Colton Ward trying to ruin the party for Jordan Jorno. Of course, Ward hunting trophies for the remaining of the season. Jorno trying to take the spot away from Cody Lumpton, who is not here tonight. Jorno trying to defend. Here comes Colton Ward. Jorno able to roll the entry of the corner a little bit better. See Colton Ward to the outside. Looking at the right rear, here comes Ward. He's got the dominant line. He's got that top line. Jorno, is he able to defend those? Slam the door. He does slam the door on him. Jordan Jorno racing for this win like it's his life. 12 laps to go. This time will be 11. Running order as they go. Jorno, Ward, first and second. And 94 third. Cade Cannon fourth. Elijah Fisher in fifth. Chris Loda sixth. Stephen Henning Jr. in seventh. Justin Millicar eighth. Robert Wilhoit in ninth. Right now, Aaron Stanton joins Josh Henderson and Jesse Glover out of the race. So Darcy Harr could potentially move up into a top 10. Meanwhile, Colton Ward to the outside of Jordan Jorno. Jorno sends it in. The crossover. Colton Ward to lead for the first time tonight. Well, not the first time tonight, but the second time. And he is clear. The 94 working on Jorno. This is what Colton Ward wants to see. Oh, there's contact. They save it. Oh, no, they don't. Jorno hard into the wall. Fisher's in it. Cannon's in it. With 9 laps to go.
Pace trucks and dogleg coming into one.
Oh, no.
And I got the clear call.
And Jorno.
I got a penalty because I exceeded incident points.
I'm gonna get a penalty for passing under yellow because I pit here.
My bad, Ethan.
Let's look and see what happens here.
Can I get this cleared? Because that would get incident points for no reason.
Even if I was to clear it, because it's how the lobby is set up, so if I tried to clear it, it more than likely wouldn't clear because of iRacing's ruling on it.
It's not clearable anyway.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
This is why I hate incident points. And this car.
So it actually looks like it's a hard one to call. But this isn't even the cause of the caution. Jorno had it. He had it for the moment, and then, oh!
Is it a drive-through or is it an EOL? I don't know.
It's a drive-through under green.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, so 94
That's the ruling
gets
we have.
loose. So 94 gets, well, it looks like to me 94 gets loose.
I know. But, you know.
Hey, so I stopped at the exit of the pit road until it was open, and I still got the pit road closed penalty. Is there any way I could get that cleared?
Unfortunately, if you rolled while it was closed, I can't change it. It's just liquid the incident point. It's not clearable by rule. We didn't clear that one earlier in the season with Cade.
So after reviewing the incident, really it's a combination of both the 84 and the 94 getting loose on entry. From my vantage point, will be marked up as a racing incident. No EOLs at this time. Thank you.
Yeah, but I did stop at the exit of pit road until it was open.
Jordan, on my side, it's not saying you have a black, so I don't know really what it's telling you on your side, but I'll see here when we're about to go green.
It's a closed pit exit.
Depends. Where were you at? If you were by the green cone nearest the pit boxes and crossed that, that's going to be the line, not the blue line on exit. So we'll just have to have Garrett look at where you were stopped.
I think I'm on my third lap of the black flag. Even under caution, I may get DQ'd, so.
I was at the green, behind the green cone. I was behind the end of pit road.
Like I said, on my side, it's not showing that you have a black on my side. Not saying that you don't, but I just don't see it on my end of things. Coming to the restart here.
Clear for now. We'll correct standings later if you have to.
Why are we so far back in the leader?
Thank you.
So with that being said, Colton Ward
Thank
trying to hold off the field for 5 laps to go. Henning got the track with the 94, but meanwhile, look at Justin
Yeah,
Millicar.
tell me about it. I'm used to it. That's all I've had all night.
As Millicar! And we'll be going to overtime.
Justin, your car went on 2 wheels. Holy.
We're gonna need to let that pace car by.
I don't know, bro. I don't know what the heck just happened there. All I know is we break 2 meters before we were supposed to.
Garrett, there will need to be a penalty for the 94 on holding up on the restart. You can issue that as a technically restart violation, so 94 should be on an EOL on this restart as well, so he can't affect it.
I don't see how I was holding up, but, you know. I mean, I just...
All
So the way our rule book is written, so it's
right. One thing at a time here, one thing at a time. So I need to get Millicar here. Let's see what happens here.
Well, I mean, my race is effectively screwed anyway, so. I'm just gonna pull it in here.
I don't even know if I hit you, Chris. I don't have any damage at all. So, I don't know what it was.
I somehow mirror missed you when you had to back up the track. I was like, holy.
You got me on my end, which means you net coded into me. That's fun.
So after review this incident, 48 effectively spins after locking up the brakes, trying to stay off of the 60 and overcorrects into the wall. The 48 will receive the EOL this time. Thank you.
It's weird on the overcorrect, the car just bites up the track.
We review all of the yellows, so we'll take a look later. If you want to submit a ticket, we can go ahead with that. Let's finish this race out, please.
Alright. If I ain't mistaken, yep, this is overtime. The rule with overtime, we get one attempt at it. If there's a caution with 2 to go, the race is over. And whatever happens on the white flag, happens on the white flag. With that being said, the running order: Colton Ward, Elijah Fisher, first and second, Chris Lyota third, Cade Cannon fourth, Stephen Henning in fifth. That is the top 5. Coming to it. We're rolling. A great restart for the 42, a not so good restart for the 4. Colton Ward trying to deny anybody that coveted 3rd spot for another week. Unless Cody Lumpton returns to defend it. We will find out. 2 laps to go, coming to 1. The race is in its last lap. Fisher hard into the wall. Cade Cannon trying to do something. But right now, Colton Ward looking for retribution for Watkins Glen. Fisher, one more chance for it. Does he have it? He sizzling it hard. Oh! The road! Cade Cannon is going to steal it!
Nice.
In a remarkable last lap. Holy crap. Cade Cannon steals it off of a last-ditch effort. Fisher sending it in.
I wasn't expecting to get on the brake and it just to slip out. I'm sorry, Colton.
Oh.
I wasn't trying to send it into you. You can see on the replay there, my car just gets loose and it just doesn't want to stay quiet. That's my fault.
Let's go ahead and get Cade Cannon in here.
Hell yeah, Cade, good win.
Cade Cannon, Gary
Glad you got
Jenkins.
that one. You were dominant.
What's up, bud? You tell me dominant car tonight for a second it didn't look like you were going to be able to pull off the win. Tell me about it.
You know, felt like we had a great car tonight. I got run in by our teammates who happen to be twins by accident, but no worries to them. I was just sitting there, you know, like, damn, we're going to finish 3rd again after the cup race here. And next thing I know, I saw the 4 again, the 42, and they just spun it. And I was like, please leave the lane, and they did. And I was able to just sneak and get it.
Well, buddy, with Cody Lumpton not being here tonight, you, from what I understand, you should be claiming that 3rd spot in the playoffs for because you're win. So is that going to take off any pressure from here on out?
It'll take off a little bit of pressure, but you know, I'm still gonna be going for it. Like I needed a win to make sure I was safe. We ain't gonna be stopping just because of that.
All right, buddy. Who do you want to thank tonight?
I just want to thank all my teammates. You know, the 27, all of them, and Chevy. Wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for them. Thanks to my family, whether they're here or up above, up there in heaven. This meant a lot to me because my next weekend we'll be racing at Dega, and it will be my dad's birthday, and he won't be here for the first time for that. So hoping take it and go get 2 in a row.
All right, buddy. Congratulations again. Cade Cannon, he will claim, he will get 50 points, and he'll get the extra bonus point. So Cade Cannon maxes out here tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy. Good job.
Thank you.
Let's get one side of that incident with Colton Ward. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins.
Hello.
Well, buddy, you were almost en route, delaying one of them drivers from getting that third spot from Cody Lumpton in points. What happened from your perspective with the 4?
About what two restarts ago happened. I got just thrown into that turn 3, turn 4.
Basically
they
the same
just
corner.
sent it into the rear. Yeah.
Buddy.
He went way past that braking zone.
On the broadcast, buddy. I know it ain't you didn't have the dominant car until the end. There, you just played about 3rd or 4th. Was it like that from the get-go? Were you trying to save tire, or did the track start changing in your favor?
No, I was just driving easy the whole way. I was just seeing how the car would be at the end. And then I felt like the new tires didn't really come in either, so
Yeah.
tried to go a little harder at the end.
Well, buddy, real fast, who you want to thank tonight?
I'll give it to Justin. We were trying to do our strat at the end where there was about 59 to go. We were trying to save some fuel.
All right, buddy. Well, I know it ain't the finish that you wanted, but you will escape with P2 tonight. Look forward to seeing you Monday night from Laguna Seca.
All right.
So a very disappointed Colton Ward. We will get a word with Elijah Fisher here too at the end of it. But first, bring in a man who I don't think I've interviewed this whole season in both series. Chris Lyotta, how you doing?
I get an interview. I am actually happy about that. So.
Well, buddy, you come after the mayhem on the last corner, the last lap. You escaped with 3rd. Great points day for you. Tell me about the whole race, because it seemed like the top side was the dominant line for the majority of it. Did it sort of even out at the end?
My car was broken at the end, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what happened at the end. But no, the race was fun. It's just everybody that has to drive money better than me. I'm just going to walk home with a 3rd.
Well, buddy, tell me about your night. You had a couple of times in the wall, like a lot of drivers were. Tonight, I think everybody had a touch of the wall here and there. Just tell me about your night.
Just sailing, couldn't be more happier with where I finished. I know a lot of people had issues in the race, and that's what happens. It's racing. So I'm just glad to walk home with a 3rd. I am really glad. I have some questionable things, but I'm only questioning myself on how did I get a 3rd. I'm right spot, right time.
Yeah, I mean, stayed on the lead lap the majority of the night, all night really, except for the green flag pit stops. And it's just all about being at the end. Real fast, buddy, who do you want to thank tonight?
That's a good question. I do want to thank Falcon for putting all this on with Inspired and everything. Without him, we wouldn't be racing here. I do want to thank my parents, thank sister, thank everybody who is been trying to help me with my stress lately, and I'll take a 3rd. I'll take a 3rd.
All right, buddy. Chris Lyotta walks away out of Phoenix here tonight, 3rd. Appreciate your time, buddy. Good job.
Thank you.
I've been waiting to get a word with Elijah Fisher here momentarily. Right now, he is currently viewing something. Get a word with Stephen Henning. He salvaged a good night. Stephen Henning, Garrett Jenkins.
Hello.
Well, buddy, I'm gonna try to put this nicely. Really didn't see you a lot at the front tonight. You walked away with fourth here. Was the car just not handling the way you needed it to, or were you just trying to play it easy the whole race? Because there's a couple drivers who was taking it easy who showed up at the end. What was your perspective on the night?
I mean, I could tell you I was taking it easy and lie to you, but I'm not that type of man. I don't like this track, so it is what it is. I was going in with not much practice. I kind of forgot that we raced today, so I had that going into the day. So, but yeah, the car wasn't really where I wanted it, and then just stuff happening in the race, it didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. But yeah, I mean, P4, I'll take it at the end of the day. Definitely, probably wasn't a top 4 car all night, but I'll take it.
Yes, sir, buddy. Real fast, you got anybody you want to thank tonight? It was a tough race for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was a tough, long one. I just got to thank my mom, my family for watching and cheering me on every week and let me do this. And just got to thank the fans for sticking around watching this. Know it's probably getting late for you guys, but hopefully you guys like the finish, and hopefully you guys come back next week.
All right, buddy. Stephen Henning.
And thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Stephen Henning comes on fourth here tonight. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Waiting to get. So we'll go ahead and get Elijah Fisher. Garrett Jenkins got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, we heard one side of the story tonight. What was your intake on that last lap?
Just all night long we'd been getting the corner pretty good on our brakes and everything. You know, I felt like I had a really good brake pedal tonight underneath me, and that's just one of those cases where I figured in the moment, like, I'm going to push into the corner, obviously, but we got over 60% brake into it, and the car snapped as soon as we were on it. It's unfortunate with Colton, too, because, I mean, that is not at all even close to what I was trying to attempt. I mean, I wanted to get close to him and get to his bumper and see what would happen, but I wasn't planning on moving him. And, you know, I just hope, you know, it can kind of reflect theirs. Like, as soon as that thing was on the brakes, I had no hope anymore. It wanted to snap around, and I hate it for the 4 team, hate it for the 42. We had a fast car all night, just kept getting caught up in everything, and it's just embarrassing. You know, it's looks bad on the racing product from myself, looks bad on the integrity of the sport. You know, that's not how I want to represent this 4 team by any means. So, you know, apologies go out again to the 42, and shouldn't have a guy getting taken out when, you know, he's leading into turn 3 and 4.
Yes, sir, buddy. Like I said, up and down night, the pit road penalty, and then coming back from a lap down. Led the second most laps tonight, or third. I can't remember between you and Jordan. Shows a lot of resilience in the 4 team. You got anybody you want to thank tonight?
Gotta thank the pit crew. I mean, after the speeding penalty, we kept getting at really good stops tonight. Just Steven for trying to keep me cool and keep me going. You know, after the penalty, I'm like, oh, this race is pretty much over. He's just like, just keep going, you know, keep going, push hard, and appreciate everybody at Ford Camp. You know, Mike jumped in there from, I think he said he was at a Waffle House or something mid-race, and joined us on the phone and said hey, so, you know, everybody showing support to the team. Gotta thank Mom for watching, and the good Lord above, as always.
All right, buddy. Good job tonight. I know it didn't pan out the way you wanted to, but
It didn't pan out the way for the 42 either, and that's again my apologies on that for sure.
Yes, sir. All right, buddy.
I'm more concerned about him than me at that point. That's just.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on. I believe you got 6th, 7th unofficially, and we look forward to seeing you Monday night from Laguna Seca.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Elijah Fisher comes home 7th. And I got one more interview, mainly because he wanted one. Let me confirm this beforehand. Yeah, so Jordan Jorno leads the second most laps tonight. We'll get a word with him real quick, and then. Jordan, Garrett Jenkins got a copy.
Yeah, what's up?
Buddy, you're another one of them. Didn't pan out the way you wanted to tonight. Second highest, most laps led tonight behind Cade Cannon. I just tell him about tonight, buddy.
I didn't know about that. I don't know. I stayed in the fight the whole race, and then I was battling with Colton and Ethan there. And when we got into the corner, Ethan, I guess, thought I was going to run the whole lane up, even though I was called clear by my spotter before I turned down. And then I was trying to get corner position on Colton. Ethan, he got on the brakes hard enough to get loose, and I'm not really mad at him. It was basically a netcode contact, too, with me. And then when I got back onto the banking after the save, it just shot up the track. So I don't really know what I could have done different. Kind of stings to know I led the second most laps behind the winner. I am glad that Cade got it, though. He definitely deserved that one. He dominated all night. Even if it had to be an awkward way, I'm glad he got it.
Yeah, buddy. I've talked about the points the majority of the night. Said that you were the safest one coming in on points alone, but I mean, I know that.
I mean, eighth place ain't too bad, and I got a lot of racing left, so I'm not too worried about the points yet, but more so focusing on the point situation in Cup. We'll see how that goes, but I don't know. Just seems like I'm the most consistently fast on short tracks in the ARCA car, so hopefully I can get a win eventually. Well, just sucks that that wreck there. I ended up wrecking with two guys who are in the points battle. Not trying to be I'm not asking him not to race. It just sucks the way it turned out,
Yeah, well, buddy, we go to your wheelhouse next week, Talladega, next Saturday night. Real quick, I know you anxious to get back to whatever you were doing before I pulled you in here. Who do you want to thank tonight?
I just want to thank my sponsors, High Rock, Celsius. I'm real appreciative of them for helping me out. And Velocity Motorsports, I'd like to thank them too. They sponsor me more with my real life stuff, not this, but still want to give them a shout out. Appreciate the support they always give. And shout out to my teammates there. We raced each other decently clean that whole race without not being aggressive, so it was pretty fun. Shout out to you and Elijah, obviously. That's about it.
All right, buddy. Good car tonight, Dominic. Good car tonight. Jordan Jorno will come home in the eighth position. Thanks.
Yep.
That being said, I'll go ahead and give the rundown here. And Cade Cannon walks away after leading 53 laps of 157. He will be your winner tonight. Colton Ward in second. Chris Lyotta third. Stephen Henning fourth. Robert Wilhoit in fifth after a rough day. He'll salvage the top five out of it. Justin Millicar in sixth. Elijah Fisher seventh. Jordan Jorno in eighth. The 94 Ethan Soroski in ninth. Darcy Harr will come home 10th. Aaron Stanton 11th. Josh Henderson 12th. Jesse Glover in 13th. That being said, that is all for the Inspire Racing League tonight. We look forward to seeing you from Laguna Sega Monday night for Cup. Hopefully we got the ticker situation fixed. Only time will tell. With that being said, I'm Garrett Jenkins. This is the Raging Idiot Racing Network.